gentlemen in the mix.
Hey traders, happy Wednesday. It's a pullback kind of day, or I don't know. I mean, like for Bitcoin, it looks like it feels like it's been such a terrible day, but it's really flirting with just being neutral on the day. It's right around exactly where yesterday's candle closed and today's opened. This morning there was a brief glimmer of hope, a bullish engulfing candle presented, but then immediately as the stock market sold off, Bitcoin bled out and is now lower than that candle's open from August 18th for now. Hour 49 minutes till your daily candle close. Starting the stream off with the upsloping channel, the two trend lines, the anchor points July 20th and August 5th, nearing that demand line. Somehow, miraculously, and I don't know how much longer this is going to hold up, but somehow Bitcoin is still making higher lows than the August 12th low. Again, that may not last. That may be over today. I mean, with less than 2 hours to go, the way it's been going, man, it's just not looking great. I mean, just thinking some lower highs, but then a higher low. It's just, it's really tough to discern where Bitcoin's going next, man. Right? And altcoins just literally just following Bitcoin. It's like the same chart locally everywhere, man. What's up, Kurt B?
Look at ./USD plazas, sir. Fractal on 4 hours looks very similar to Sol/used run up.
Yeah, well, look at Dot. Thanks for 20, man. Sure. Hold on a sec. All right, so switching over to the Coinbase charts, not the channel, not looking at that, we're looking at the local structure that you kind of broke out of, and you've recently now back tested the old demand line as a supply line. And you think like if you broke out and you just successfully back tested an area as resistance, that you could be going down next, and it still seems certainly like a possibility. But it's not over till you make the lower low than the previous low from August 12th. And that hasn't happened yet. That's $44,200. Okay, could just be getting ready to sell off, like for sure. But it could just be going to sell off to test that demand line on the previous chart we looked at. No big deal. If you were going to make a 100% measure move of this structure right here, then your target's like $42,400. May not get there, right? Because if the conditions are too bullish, a bearish pattern and a bullish trend may underperform. even though it plays out. Okay, so that's your Bitcoin. Look at the daily real quick. Your favorite. It's really unfortunate, man, right? It looked like it was gonna bullishly engulf, right? It was gonna engulf, and then somehow it's literally just a stock now. Bitcoin's completely tethered back up with equities, the index funds. They've been doing the exact same thing. I'm talking during the day, yeah. As soon as stocks started selling off today, immediately Bitcoin started selling off. So you can think that whatever the correlation is for why Bitcoin is not bullishly engulfing anymore on a daily time scale. At one point it was running to reach back above that 200-day moving average, failed. It is testing now the 200-day moving average as resistance. That's what's going on. But if you zoom out and you can clearly see there's nothing really that big of a deal is going on. I mean, like, you're still above all critical levels. You've just stalled on your buying, and it's not really that big deal. The negative momentum's building. It's now at its highest point since, wow, negative momentum is at its highest point right now since May 29th. Dang. All right, as you can see before, like in June and July, you're exceeding those levels. When we had stagnation, sellers were showing stagnation in their momentum, starting to build again. But the difference is this time we're at much higher levels, up about 55 to 60% from that bottom. So, all right, just keep building and barely sell off, and then eventually give us a very strong argument for hidden bullish divergence above a critical 42K. All right, fine, man. And then just, I don't know, somewhere you figure like the selling has been maybe on the 4 hour, maybe the 60 minute, maybe the 30 minute, it seems bad, but like you just go back to that daily time scale and beyond, it's really not a big deal. There's like nothing to worry about on Bitcoin right now. Okay, you're just stalling at where? Scott Carney's bearish 5-0 pattern completions up, 50% retrace from the high to the low. That's it, stalling there. Okay, no big deal. Still right around 59.60 on the RSI on the daily, no big deal there. Let's look at, before we look at Ethereum, let's look at the one, man. The one that is casting a light upon this market. No matter what happens to Bitcoin, it doesn't matter. Hex just keeps going up, hit an all-time high today, literally, chat. If you can clearly see this on your screen, 20.65 all-time high recently, earlier today, and 20.7 was the measured move of the double bottom. I don't think this is going to show up on the 4 hour. Yeah, it's weird. It ran up there and pulled back, but as you can see, if you're looking at the 4 hour and hasn't hit that target yet, it's on its way, man. Right now, it's, just the past 2 4 hour candles were the highest 4 hour candle closes of all time. Even one, 16 to 20 hours ago was the highest close ever, too, right there. That happened late last night, early in the morning, I guess. So beautiful. TA being respected on Hex again and again and again. You can call it a scam. You can say all these things, and maybe it is, man. I'm not here to argue about scams or not, but I am here to argue about how technical analysis that is traditional, that's been studied for 100 plus years, is being respected over and over and over again on this chart more than anywhere else. Like, the bullish patterns and the bullish trends they're being, right? They're valid, and then they're outperforming. So Christopher, thanks, dude, for the $2 super chat. Okay, Hex doing its thing. Yeah, if you ever break beyond 20 cents, 25 cents will be the target. I think we talked about fib extensions on this one, high to low. Yeah, 21 cents, it's 22, 23. Like, each fib extension's 1 penny above the next. So, yeah, I would think psychologically speaking, 25 cents would be your target above the double bottom measured move. Oh, yeah, I like turtles too, man. Speaking of turtles. Turtles, was bullishly engulfing today too. It's holding up though. Again, like, oh no, it's been such a blood few days. Has any technical damage been done despite those blood days, the sell-offs? Nope. Zero technical damage done to the collective market cap of all cryptocurrency. All is well, man. Above 1.71 to 1.78 trillion, dude.
Your
No
anchor
problems.
points on Bitcoin don't look precise. Buy hex, buy hex, buy hex, buy hex. 0.030000000 LTC.
Good one, dude. He's memeing about something earlier in the general chat. That's why, like, I don't even post charts in general chat because of the memes or the jokes and people like, ugh. Peter and I was like, this, but it's in log scale. It's like, why are you in log scale? That doesn't make sense when we're just looking at a month's worth of data. Anyway, precise they were. All right, so Ross, where you at, dude? Huh? I don't even know if he's watching, but like, and the other hex composite operators, composite operatees. Anyway, yeah. So congratulations, no, Ethereum, right back at that level, man. It's 3,000, right? It's psychological, but it's also just this one high May 20th. You got a big inflection zone. It's not like $1 amount is the support. You break it, you're done. You know, now the bottom of that zone is 28.89, which that means there's still plenty of room to fall, and it still be technically okay, right? That's, I mean, the bottom's 28.89. That's the daily candle high close back from May 26th, and then another touch June 2nd. So you're not even testing that yet, even though you did successfully test that August 9th as support. Figured, all right, that's it. That's the confirmation we need, but not when the macro stalls out, not when Bitcoin dumps. And it's not even a dump, dude. It's just people are obsessed with Bitcoin and crypto. And very small moves make people freak out in this space. So anyway, all is well. Ethereum above inflection points. There's no damage done. Now, it was trying to engulf. Well, it was close. It was looking much better today. And now it's just an indecision candle after 2 days of selling. Not really that great of a candle. And we know, right? There was one wave. The wave's probably complete. I mean, maybe it's not, but we just know that a drawdown here wouldn't be the weirdest thing in the world after the second largest cryptocurrency that exists appreciated in value 95 to 100% in less than 1 month, right? Anytime that happens on any asset, you can't be surprised if 38 to 50 to 61% pullbacks occur after that happens. So still though, technically no problems right now. You have not rolled over yet. You have not broken critical support. That's it on Ethereum. Dude, it's always like, what's the third asset? Like, what's the third most important asset to look at? You know, like, I remember back in the day when it was way more solidified, Litecoin, XRP. Now it's like, is that really the case? You know, it's mainly just like Bitcoin and Ethereum, because everything else always just changes, right? There's, well, this one's overtaken this one. Nothing's overtaken Ethereum except XRP that one time at the Great FOMO 2017's high. I think that was the only time XRP ever flipped Ethereum, and it was brief, man. We're talking like a few days, I remember. So when that's the case, it's like, what coin do we look at after Bitcoin and Ethereum total, right? It's like, just pull up coin market cap real quick so we can just pick the third one. The Binance, dude. Hex, man. Oh, Cardano. Yeah, Cardano actually showing some life today. Up 10+%. Yeah, very notable. And look, all right, beautiful price action correlation to an inflection point that goes back to June 3rd. There's Ross the man himself. Let's go. Hiding behind those leprechauns. Oh yeah, are you leprechaun Ross though? That's the question everyone has.
Ross tipped $100, hiding behind my leprechauns.
Leprechauns? Wow, dude, the leprechauns are coming for us. Someone make a meme of the leprechauns. Or don't let that be forgotten on how you're supposed to say leprechauns. First time in history I've ever heard it pronounced that way. But we're going to go with it. So, Cardano, thank you, Ross. Seriously. Freaking $100 goner beer out of nowhere, man. Let's go heads. So, all right, what was once resistance in June is now support. What is also going on? And it is not given back its gains. It's held on to them strongly. Bullish engulfing candle. Third largest market cap crypto that exists on the planet, chat. Not by much, by $2 billion. That's it. So I'm thinking today Cardano has surpassed Binance Coin with this candle right here. That is enough that probably moved it up over Binance. Very good. So if you're engulfing, you're successfully backtesting areas that were once resistance as support for the first time in history, chat. Very good things. You would think that all-time highs would be the next, well, at least $2.30. $2.30, the highest daily candle close of all time, May 16th. You think that's going to go be tested if this all sustains with an hour and 36 minutes to go till your close of this candle. So that's beautiful. You got all of what Cardano is doing. It created this steel wall of support at $1 that market participants did not let it fall, even though it was getting real scary, and it made its lowest level, its lowest daily candle close July 20th since March 16th, man. It was bad like Bitcoin, but it didn't matter. That engulfing candle, that rejection, it didn't even break down. It wasn't even like a successful breakout like Bitcoin was. It held the support and engulfed. And then, like that engulfing candle, look at the price action correlation to the 200-day moving average. The next 2 days after the engulfing candle closed above that. And then you never saw it again, man. It's truly a sight to behold. What an asset. Really. So if you really want to see this thing go into price discovery and go nuts again, go to $3 to $5, you truly want the macro behind you. This thing's an outperformer, clearly. How many percentage points is it off its all-time high? Like even the intraday high. Right now, Cardano is only 13.69% off its all-time highs. If Bitcoin actually holds 42K, in the next couple weeks, and we resume this rally to 50K to 58K, that's when this thing will see price discovery and go insane, and it will continue to appreciate market cap and probably consolidate its power as number 3 market cap. So congrats to you Cardano holders. I know there's a lot in here. Brad, thanks for helping the composite man keep this price above $1. So we look at Cardano. Let's look at Binance, which is the 4th largest market cap, only by $2 billion, 4th to this being 3rd. And it was doing some insane things, but it has hit an inflection point where if it breaks, oh my God, Binance might very well beat out Cardano again. Where the is it on my chart or on my freaking watch list? I'm losing my mind here. All right, there it is. Okay, so right here, this is very important, and that's kind of tweezer top stuff, shooting star, bearish reversals going on at an inflection point. So let's see, if the macro can recover. This thing's gonna blow through 430. Chat, you understand that the upside potential on BNB is year making. It is literally year making if this asset breaks 430 from the breakout, if it happened. This asset would go real fast in a day or two, most likely, a few days, maybe like 5 days. 39% upside on Binance, 39 to 43% upside. So this is the one that is now behind Cardano, but it won't be behind Cardano if Binance breaks 430. And that's the level else. You set up an alert there. Everyone in here should be setting an alert up above 430 because that's it, man. Manufactured as a low point, as an inflection point on April 18th for the first time ever. There's nothing else looking low. That April 18th, and then once as a resistance June 3rd, and now a couple times yesterday and the day before. Mark my words, dude, this will be number 3 market cap again if it breaks 430, for sure. But you think at that point, though, right? The question is, if it's breaking 430, Bitcoin has reversed, most likely, to the upside. It's continuing up, and that means Cardano would probably be testing its all-time highs.
Some alts are respecting the hidden bullish divergence on the 4 hours. Eyes.
Are they? They were trying to earlier, and now they're not really, dude. Most things are down today. But I know what you're talking about. Yeah, a lot of assets on the 4 hour are showing some hidden bullish divergence, or at least they're developing. It's really too early because they keep selling off, and the negative momentum keeps going sideways or building again. So this one's not showing. It just depends what pivot point. A lot of noise on this one. Is that a pivot point? Well, then it's not hidden bullish divergence on the MACD. It's not on the RSI, right? But what was Ethereum showing it? Let me look at the 4 hour. Not really, man. I don't think that Ethereum's showing it either. I know I looked through and found some, but let me get this request out of the way. I don't want Kirk to
Hey
feel.
Mitch, bull flag on the
Like, what the heck,
ETH
man?
slash BTC on the monthly chart looks very good. Have a good day.
You too, Retta. Thanks for the threes. And yeah, Ethereum to Bitcoin looks good. And based on the EIP 1559, London hard fork, all that stuff. That is what a lot of analysts
Davis
and people
wallet
think
took
could Ethereum at all-time high before
$24.24.
Bitcoin.
What business bank account do you recommend? Try getting an account for my S Corp at Chase, BOA, and 2 local credit unions. Nobody will allow a business account that deals with crypto trading. Stock trading is fine. Any ideas where to get an account?
I've never had an issue with Regions, the only Fortune 500 company that exists in the town I live. Right there. It's like a block and a half away. But I've never had a problem with them. So you could try that, but I don't know, man. Anyone else that have never had an issue with Bank of America? I use that too, but for credit cards. Business account, but can I explain why it's not hidden? Well, it depends. If you're trying, why is it not hidden? I can see a discernible swing low on the 4 hour right here, August 15th, right there, right? And then here's another possibly discernible swing low that may not even be done. This is not a confirmed swing low because it's barely holding on. I could just start dumping in 5 minutes and then make a lower low than its previous low. You're right next to it. Because it's like you make a low and then a lower low, and here's the histogram. It's bearish convergence there, right there. Right, the low, the lower low, the low, the lower low. That's not hidden bullish divergence at all. Now, if you had said, hey, this low to this low, it's not even, it's more like classic bullish divergence. But what about this? From here to here, it's still a lower low. This is not a higher low than the previous low right here from August 12th. It's just not. So if it's a lower low, there's no hidden bullish divergence argument, class A, B, or C at all. They have to make the same low or higher lows on price at all times. And this one's made a lower low with candle close confirmation than the previous low. And we don't go by wicks. Even if we did go by wicks, it would still be the same argument. Same thing I'm saying. Okay, let's go to DOT, right? Yeah, DOT, which is one of the largest cryptos. DOT is number, never mind, I thought it was higher. Okay, never mind, it's not DOT. Dude, what is this? Give me night mode. What is this crap, man? Oh, there it was. Hold on. Ah, my eyes feel so much better now. DOT up 2%. Looking great still. What did it do though? it went up and tested at a critical area that is pictured on your screen, that gray, right? That's an inflection zone, inflection point. Whatever would happen, you reacted there. You catch reactions. Doesn't mean it's going to zero or it's going to be a bear trend after it reacts there. It just means that there was some sell orders. Some people took some profit because another critical inflection point was broken and then back tested as support August 9th, and then you rallied to the next level, then a pullback. But what's it doing? It's so powerful. It's just making a higher low than all the previous mini high lows before it that were all higher than previous lows. And it actually, the argument could be a little bit stronger here since we're talking about hidden bullish. So this is a low, right? Certainly a low of some sort, right? You can see it, it rallied. It's not much of a swing low, right? But even this low, like even no matter which low you use, the argument's gonna be valid. Okay, from this low to the higher low that's maybe being painted right now, you have higher levels of negative momentum on your higher price. That's hidden bullish divergence. Even here, right, from this possible low to the next low, lower levels of strength. That's hidden bullish divergence of an argument. But you really need to start seeing this negative momentum wane and the price begin to pivot, because that's an engulfing candle that's still valid, a still valid bullish engulfing candle, until you get a candle close below the open of that candle. You can clearly see you're above it. You really need, if you want this to play out or be valid of any sort, you really need Bitcoin to reverse, to pivot and reverse. I think it's the same case for all these coins except Hex. But even if you're like bullish as F on Hex, it's like, it still doesn't, it's like you really want to have the macro behind you. You really want like Bitcoin to be going to 50, 60K.
I understand what you were saying on EVH.
And then Hex could probably
Thanks for
outperform
insight.
even greater than it is right now. Sorry, oops. What's up, Carlos Matos? Oh wait, no, that's not you. Sorry, Beglu, what's up, dude? You're talking about Cardano? Yeah, and again, like, that is indubitably, undeniably hidden bullish divergence on Cardano, sir. Yes, absolutely. Impending price action, continuation implied, and it's happening at an inflection point. Beautiful combination of variables, chat. We've talked about many times in here. That's a wombo combo.
Hey Mitch, greetings from Balkans. What are your thoughts on shorting an asset? Thanks for your effort, PTW.
Thoughts on it? If you want to be short, normally you want, right? You want the macro to be bearish, right? That means like consecutive lower highs, lower lows for a while. So where you know truly the trend has reversed. So you want the macro to be bearish. Then you want the sector, you want the short to be bearish, right? Where like, you know, you can like the XLF, the XLV, the XLE, right? You want that the sector of whatever individual asset you're trading, you want that to be bearish. And then you want the individual asset itself to also be making lower highs, lower lows consecutively, right? You want all three to be bearish before you, and then after you've, hey, that's real, that meets all the criteria, awesome, everything's bearish. Then you start saying, I want the individual asset that I'm trying to short, I want it to be a deep value. I want it to have had a really nice run where it's retracing from its previous high to low, 78, 88%. And then I want to see bearish divergence in the 4 hour, and the daily, and the weekly at the same time.
THX.
And possibly the pattern completion zone of a bearish cipher or a bearish Gartley in an already established downtrend. That's my thoughts on shorting something. That's when one would want to do it. My thoughts on Soulcoin. Without a chart, meh. I don't know. It tells coins, dude. Awesome. Thank you for the 420, man. Mr. Lodick, how? How is it that? How's an echo chamber in here for him? No way, dude. You kidding? It's a technical analysis echo chamber, and all we do is we are all disciples of the masters. A lot of them are not alive now that put their heart and souls and their life's research into technical analysis, like traditional TA, run the stock market and forex. That's like, it's a hive mind though. It's not an echo chamber. Hive mind, we're all looking at the same things.
Looking bullish.
Like people are
appreciate your thoughts.
I think it's like people aren't paying attention to like the phenomena of the beautiful chart of Hex, and people think like, oh, I'm a moon boy for Hex now because it keeps presenting chart patterns that are bullish and they keep playing out. How is that like my fault, dude? What's up, Henry, dude? Yeah, we'll look at near. Nice, it broke the
Gentleman in the mix.
What did it do? It did that on blockchain. Don't think anyone ever calls it that. Maybe it broke. Okay. It's a shard. Yeah. Okay, but like that's never mind. It's crypto. I haven't heard that word in a long time. But anyway, with Cardano 230, it's probably your next target. Very, very real hidden bullish divergence developing at an inflection point. That's what you want to see, man. That's what you want to see. Okay, was that there even another request, man? Yeah, near you were the next request, I guess, at this point. So we'll look at it. We got a shard. Dang, dude. Legend. What a legend, chat. Hey, speaking of hidden bullish divergence that was identified yesterday, and what else was identified yesterday, Henry? You remember this analysis. I think you requested it. We had identified a breakout of a critical inflection point from history, and then a back test, right? But before that, before the breakout and the back test that was successful, this yielded this higher, there was a low, then the higher low, higher levels, negative momentum, lower levels of strength, impending price action, continuation applied, you got it. And so when you break above this critical level, where do you go? Most of the time, assets will run to their next critical levels, which is around 482. It has not got quite to that next level. Very close though, pulling back, why? Oh, I'm so surprised that it's pulling back because of Bitcoin. Yeah, this one's affected. It's been affected. It was up way more than 12% earlier. The thing was up like 20% earlier. It's like 457. And then Bitcoin says, nope. So that's it. Anything above 364, it's good. Hey man, this could return back to this upsloping demand line. Upsloping support, which is a demand line. 367, and it still would be fine. This thing's very nice above a critical level. But now, if you're talking about wanting to take a long now, literally terrible idea, right? Because it's like you missed your chances, man. Like anything that made sense with traditional technical analysis now is gone, right? So this is in the dead middle of a range, right? Between 364 and 482. Dead middle. Flip the coin, it goes down to the bottom before running higher, or vice versa. So it's just, you can't strategize how to set stop losses on this thing.
Sup, Mitch? Adam has been killing it lately.
What's up, Nathan, dude? Thanks. Just reading. We got some hype in the chat today a little bit. I thought I'd be dead, man. I guess we can thank Hex for creating a lot of polarization amongst the viewers and the engagers in the chat. Okay, so that's cool. Yeah, Adam's bumping, I guess. Sweet, dude. Good. Okay, so let's go to it's in the thumbnail, and just another bad day, man. S&P 500's lowest candle close in the 4 hour since August 2nd. Oops, this is the wrong S&P. Yep. So if you zoom out and that old, that channel we got, it's still within it. Far away from getting closer to that demand line that if it goes straight down, it's like 43.66. So just down 1% on the day, where there were only a handful of assets on the S&P 500 that were up today. Lowe's up 10%. Tesla up 3.5%. CRM, GM, Netflix, any Home Depot and Ford, only gainers. Worst gainer, Target, CVX, and Apple. So gross, man, but nothing's really too bad yet. It looks like you're back testing the old high from July 14th as support, or you're about to anyway, right here. We'll see if that can hold. It'll probably be tested tomorrow. Like, it's so close. We're talking like $8 away. Oh no, I didn't think you were shilling, dude. Thanks, man. Dow Jones. Remember, these assets just a few days ago hit all-time highs. This asset closed at its lowest level, pretty much session lows, fell back below the critical resistance, the high resistance support. It should have been support. It's not now. May 10th, you're below it. You close below it. So that's an upthrust. That's a failed breakout now. So yeah, anything below that level could be real bad. Let's see the fall through price action that you receive. It's not really good to be below that. If you're talking about a breakout, not good at all. NASDAQ, this is what we talked about. Maybe the Dow Jones is going to do. We talked about, hey, you could fall all the way to the bottom of the range now, right? We fell back into it. We rejected the highs as resistance again. And you bearishly engulfed on your last 4-hour candle of the day and lowest candle close since July 27th. You break that, I do think you're probably going down to 14,176, and that's not going to be good, right? Remember, one high, a second high here. Is it like a double top? A higher high, double top. It's pretty gross, man, on the daily. Good God. On this attempted rally, it's so pathetic. No positive moment.
Thanks for sharing your knowledge with the world. Please have a look at TVK/USD.
Goombas thinks too. We'll look at TVK. Yeah, stocks, man, Matthew, have not been good. Like, it's just not been good, man. Like, everything's topped out. It's like you rallied, you sold off, and just exhaustion or just complacency or profit taking. It's just this attempted rally has just not been good anywhere. All index funds just tired. And man, that's just, that's testament to how tired maybe the index of the NASDAQ is, where it rallied. And again, normally you show some positive momentum and show like a lower level of positive momentum than before, and that's real bad bearish divergence. This was like class A plus bearish divergence. It was so weak. And then yeah, look, the higher high with lower levels relative strength there. That's forms of exhaustion from buyers. And you look left, it would make most sense if the asset went back down to 14,176 from here. If it's confirming a Thompson, it's confirming a high. And there's a demand line all the way down at 14K. Yeah, man, it's tough. You had a long time though. I don't know. It's interesting, right? Some of these assets like Amazon spent an entire year doing nothing, range bound, 365 days, and it breaks out. Then it back tests the breakout as support and begins to rally, and then earnings, worst revenue report in a decade, devastated, back inside the range. Market driver, man, makes up like 8% of the Qs. Yeah, dude, it's I don't know, man. You say people don't watch the stream on down days. We have 874 people watching, and yesterday around this time we had 1,000. So it's like there are some that aren't watching, but that means most people are watching that were watching yesterday. Well, let's be real. Yesterday was a down day too, so I don't know. What's up, Charizard, man? Yeah, not looking good on the index. I just, is it ever looking good, really? I mean, God, it's like every time it looks like, oh God, it just keeps money printer.
Nutty lol.
What's up, Charizard, dude? Look at GRT daily. Well, let's look at TVK first, then we'll look at it. I was just looking at these index funds. So let's look at the Russ 2000, then also, you know, you can imagine, right? Right there, man. Still yet to test that 200-day moving average. Down 0.84%. So, I mean, where it is now, you don't catch a reaction. All that you could catch a reaction and bounce, right? But it might just be a lower high. Fail to see that top up there, and then we dump. And you think the target eventually could be 2070, 2085 if things really start getting sour, right? That attempted rally on the index funds ends up being like a reversal reaction. It's reversals. You see the Russell 2000 at the bottom of the range again, sure. And then it's like almost like, oh God, is it Wyckoff distribution on the small caps? Gross, really gross. Okay, let's look at that one, that request. Back to the cryptosphere. Oh my God, it was so close to. It almost did it, dude. Like 52. The measure move of the structure was around 56 cents. It ran up to 52.8 cents and then pulled back. And I don't know how I feel about this now, man. See, I think I plotted these on the 4-hour. A mini harmonic carpet. It'd be interesting. It would definitely be somewhat contemporary, right? It's a good idea. It's all about where you think the support resistance. I mean, like if you look at the range, like this top here, May 26th, and then a candle high close right there, July 25th. You're like falling below it, you know. Falling below an inflection zone, inflection point, but still making higher lows. So I think this asset, even though it does suck, it's falling back into the mega range, right? Where it looks straight up, straight down, straight up, straight down, straight up, straight down, straight up. Only one time it didn't go straight down, made a higher low and then broke out. Now it's back inside the area where it could go straight down again, but I mean, it will if Bitcoin dumps, but if Bitcoin doesn't dump, then you could probably say like there's a demand line. See, it's breaking a demand line too. Just low from July 20, the same Bitcoin trend lines, remember, beginning to stream? It's breaking and Bitcoin hasn't broken it yet. So you're breaking a demand line, you're breaking below inflection points. It's not really that good looking right now. I think the big run up happened and it just was so close to hitting a target, it just wasn't able to get exactly to that level before the reversal. So this thing's gonna pivot, and if Bitcoin, let's say Bitcoin reverse today, tomorrow, and it starts going up to 47.50K, right? This thing's gonna pivot and it's gonna get back above 31.3 cents. Almost, I mean, really high probability. So it's not about the breakdown itself, right? You're back inside of it. It's about the follow through price action you receive after the breakdown. So let's see what happens if it can hold this local low from August 12th. Definitely not an area to be thinking about a long. I mean, just nothing here implies great time to strategize along at a great place. Nothing. I mean, the area to look at was August 3rd or July 19th, the back test of the spring. Incredible back test of a spring there. Not now. It's like it ran up. What's up, 2LC? Noise! Lemonade, huh?
Always appreciate what you do, man. Can I get your thoughts on LMND? Looks like a shark at the PCZ above an inflection point.
Okay. Thanks, dude. We'll look at it. Next one was GRT. The past 2 days have been wacky, you say? Whack candles. Yep. Well, I mean, is it that wacky? Let's be real zoomed in-ish. We talked about yesterday what it did. It ran up and hit perfectly a 23% retrace from the all-time high to the lowest low of the correction. 23% retrace. You reacted there. That happens, man. You catch reactions at fib nodes, major fib nodes. So it hasn't violently reversed yet. Good. They seldom do at 236s. It would be uncommon for GRT to now dump to lower lows. It would be uncommon. It might be more common though if GRT held here above the inflection point that is oh so important. My God, below that it's not good, dude. But you're not like on Ethereum. Maybe it looks not good short term, 4 hour. Bitcoin maybe doesn't look good, but it's not done. There's no technical damage yet. This is completely fine. It's hanging out above an area that it has only been hanging out below it as a resistance forever, really. Resistance, the first time it was ever created, it was resistance. It was a support, kind of, back in early February, but it was a resistance in May, a resistance in June, a resistance in July, but now it is support again. So you think you hold this, if you do hold this long enough, a pivot and a rally to 133 to 146, which is the promised land for prosperity and sexy P&L. Patience is required. That's all I can tell you on this one. You really do need Bitcoin. I know, man, it's cliche at this point, but still. This thing does really well when Bitcoin does okay. Like when Bitcoin just doesn't dump, this thing's fine. I mean, there are times when Bitcoin's been selling off that it outperforms the whole market. There was one day when it did that, when it broke out. Ooh, me too. Still in it, man. Still in GRT. Scott's still in this. It's just like patience. We're playing the daily. We're playing a structure that's huge, dude. You realize, chat, anyone that's long on this with me, we're playing a structure that's 164 plus days large. We only broke out on the 12th. If you have a structure that's 160 plus days large, it could take more than a week to get to normal targets. Common retraces between a 38%, 61% retrace between 133 and 195. Okay, it's gonna take time, but it will require Bitcoin, because if Bitcoin rolled over right now and fell below 43, this will probably fail. This trade will probably fail. So you just gotta keep it in mind, man. Homogeneous market, and Bitcoin controls it all. Okay. Well, yeah, I mean, you definitely got some sort of shark going on, don't you? Or an alternate? Yeah, it's a shark. It's 4th place on total Coinbase holdings. Big Lou? Do you mean like Coinbase themselves own? I don't understand. Thanks, dude. Kind of interesting here. Definitely showing a harmonic structure. 886. Dang, dude, you're about to be the pattern completion zone of this little shark here. Wow, and it kind of lines up at an inflection point. Look, a low from July 8th, a high from August 6th, a high from October 14th, a high from November 10th. This is a big deal. Like, you really don't want to see this asset falling below it, because you're probably going down to 56.91, another level of inflection. You can clearly see it's been regarded in history as support and resistance. So if it can hold $69, this is where it could run up to $95, most likely. I mean, that would probably be the target. Another inflection point on the upside. Could be working on bullish divergence on the MACD. It just will require more data. It will require actual pivot and price action to the upside for us to really know. It doesn't look like, I mean, did this survive earnings? It didn't really. It gapped down. It gapped down, that filled the gap and began to dump again. So yeah, you're at a critical level, and it's a deep retrace from the previous discernible swing low from May 12th. So this could be an area where a reaction occurs. So we could get a reaction on Luminate that takes it to the upside, but remember, reaction is there's only one swing low. You normally want confirmation lows. You normally want some sort of like inverse head and shoulders, or 3 rising valleys, or an ascending triangle, or something double bottom. You want some sort of confirmation low or momentum shifting structure at this deep retrace. And yeah, bullish divergence to boot would be great. Maybe there's something on the 4 hour. Dang, man. Well, hey, it didn't even make it to the 786. It made it to 60%. It was so weak. Wow, that's bad, dude. That was real bad. Couldn't make it.
Next best entry to VG? Thanks.
So Miller time. Dang, okay, I like this. This is if you ask Scott Carney about this, he would say probably this is like a BAMM confirmation on the RSI near the PCZ. So this is the area to watch, all right? Lemonade, based on the RSI on the 4 hour and maybe MACD, could be saying a reversal, a short-term reversal could be in store at this high, this low, right? Yeah, pay attention to Lemonade. Could be at, you're at an area where a reaction, a reversal to the upside could occur, yes. Just remember, where is this pattern happening? From your previous major low to high, it's all occurring at an 88% retrace itself. That's exactly where it reacted. So an 886 within an 886 is like valueception on Lemonade. Don't know if it's gonna be worth a crap if the S&P and Dow Jones continue to roll over and begin a correction or something that could last a month or two. Yeah. So, but yeah, you can't. It's hard to argue to say this is not at levels of value. Look, it was like a bullish bat pattern. Bullish bat into a bullish shark right there. A little too shallow on B. It's just a couple. It still meets the 3% threshold. Yeah, Lemonade. Presenting a harmonic at a very good strategic contextual area. Yeah, it's not bad, dude. Okay, that's your Lemonade. Dude, I don't know. V-Chain. I don't know, dude. It's kind of like there's nothing here. Like it went, what did it do, chat? This is NFT. We got an NFT, the Vet Moon Boy now. It hit one target, right? How long has this been plotted here? Forever, man. These targets have been plotted here ever since it hit the PCZ the first time in late June. It happened. 4.220 cents. Let's go, dude. And then what did it do? Profit taking levels. People took profit. They took profit, but they didn't exit. Maybe they layered out like one of their position, one of their 3 targets. Or you talk about hidden bullish divergence is certainly trying to develop here. Bitcoin allows it. You got the same thing going on. You got a low on price, August 12th. You're now trying to pivot here and make a higher low, and you have the negative momentum that is much higher and the relative strength that is much lower. That is impending price action continuation right here. My issue is there's just nowhere looking left really that's that strong of a support resistance, until 10 cents, and then it's not even that strong. So maybe it's trying to back test this June 9th and June 14th level as a support. So let's see. What could happen? This is if the TA is respected right here and this keeps going the way it is, then VeChain will continue. It will attempt to rally right here, and we'll probably go to 15.2 cents. But if it ever breaks 15.2 cents, chat, understand there is literally no resistance until a high at 22 cents, April 27th. I have 20 cents here because it's just psychological, right? Like, why would you not have 10, 20, 30, 40? They're all areas where people might perceive, an area to set limit sells up. So that's that 20 cents, but the price has never regarded 20 cents truly as a support resistance, right? You can clearly see, look at the price action. It's just straight through it, slicing through it like it didn't exist. So I just get rid of that. So you can see it's just like, that's a local high. The major high is like 25 cents. Wild, isn't it? So this is like, someone was talking about it earlier in the stream, or I think someone in Patreon or somewhere in general, they were like, man, there's a lot of assets starting to show some 4-hour hidden bullish divergence. This is one of them. Cardano, VeChain, a few others. Not Ethereum really, but Look at KNC that broke a demand line. Even when I changed it up, it broke the demand lines. Right, it hit 2 of the 3 targets of the trade setup and has reversed more majorly. But if, it's all about the ifs. If Bitcoin can hold here and reverse, begin a reversal, you got the same argument on KNC as you do on Cardano and VeChain. Impending price action continuation could be implied. Trying to hold that local high from August 1st as well as a local low and recently August 12th. Don't think as much anything else. It's not. Yep, so TA is respected and this all continues to play out the way it is developing, then upside next soon on KNC, VeChain, and Cardano, and probably others that I haven't looked at yet. Okay, you know, another trade setup, ICX, that has been doing exceptionally well. It hit an inflection point. Look, it hit a high from May and June. That's like a level, dude, that crypto, all these cryptos, some have not even tested those highs yet. They're still well below them. Some have hit them and have reacted violently. Some of them have shredded them like they didn't even exist, right? This one regarded it perfectly as a resistance, an area to take profit. Isn't it nice though? You break a resistance, you back test it a couple times as support, then you run to the next level, and then at that level it reverses. Isn't that exactly what you want as a trader, analyst? That's how it works, right? It's like, you can't be mad that a pullback happened at a level where a pullback could be very appropriate. And all it's doing is making a higher low and developing that same argument. If Bitcoin can reverse here, if it can pivot, look, a low on price, a slightly higher low on price, much higher levels of negative momentum, much lower levels relative strength. That is implying a continuation. If all things continue to develop as they are right now, you could test 134 again, and if you ever break that, dude, boom, 185, like it was the biggest joke that ever existed. Yep. Yeah, crypto tipping is by far the best way to tip this stream. It's crazy now with PayPal increasing the fees. Crypto tipping is the optimum way to support the stream. Well, I mean, you join Patreon, but you're just talking about tipping on the stream. Crypto is number one up coin. Listen in the description below. Then Stream Elements, number 2. Then Super Chat. Yeah, if you like tipping me in Super Chat, dude, you're not doing me. I mean, I really appreciate it, but dang, dude, YouTube takes 30% of it. It's crazy.
Thanks. You ever feel like a crypto stripper sitting there getting singles thrown at you? Thanks for what you do.
Yeah, we've talked about that for years. I am, well, we call me a mental stripper, right? People tip me to undress my mind, I guess, right? And that's, right? I mean, people are throwing singles at me, and I am getting mentally naked for you, right? Twerk those thoughts, exactly, dude.
Noise!
Can we check FDM USDT, please?
Yeah,
Is
dude,
Cream
Cream's dead again, man. Yeah, Cream's dead for the 10 trillionth time. Yeah, it's all over, dude. You should sell. Just get out, exit, so it can finally go. We're just done with you owning it, okay?
Bow to your sensei. Bow to your sensei!
Okay, yeah, FTM, Phantom. Let's see, hold on. Oh, I don't have it on there. Is it not on Coinbase? Oh, guess not. Old Phantom, man, it's doing stuff. I mean, it's very real what's going on right here. Understand that Phantom has breached a critical inflection point, 37.9, 38 cents. It is back testing it successfully as supported, even bullishly engulfed at that level. What is that level, man? What is that line there? I don't get it. Well, it all started that one time, that first time ever, February 28th. And ever since then, it could have been a resistance support. Look what happened. Months later, May 25th, it's a resistance. June, it's a resistance. And now it's support again. And possibly what's developing on this, like it is the others, triple MACD hidden bullish divergence. Where you make a low, you make a higher low, but then you make another higher low. And it could be just saying a continuation is implied above an inflection point that could take you all the way up to 55 cents. Yeah, that's the hard target. 55 to 62 cents from here if it holds. It's a big if, man. It's going to require all these coins at these levels. It's going to require the macro pivoting and continuing its ascent. It has to. Otherwise, these things that gained 100% of value are going to lose another 30 to 40% of their value while Bitcoin goes down to 42 to 40K. They will lose a lot. You FOMO'd in at these levels, right? If you buying now and Bitcoin takes a turn for the worse, right, and goes to 40K to 42K, you could lose 30 to 40% of value of the asset you bought at these levels. You have to be mindful of that.
Another dimension full of emotion. Another dimension full of emotion.
What are y'all talking about? GRT is number 3. Number 3 of being amazing on the chart. Sure. All right, Matthew, have a good one, dude. What's up, Element P? You made it back home, dude? Glad you made it back, dude. Oh, what's all the cream, dude? Oh, it's over, dude. It's going to 0. In case you didn't get the memo, it's over. It's over. Yeah, I mean, it does suck, dude. Like, I guess there was just not enough demand, or it was the macro. But there just wasn't enough demand to break it above the 220, the 210 to 220. It's all about the if. If it breaks it, you win. But it didn't do it. It failed like multiple times. So it reversed. But it doesn't mean it's over at all. It's not cop cars, it's normally ambulances. I live in the literal heart of the entire city. I have like financial district, the big skyscrapers or whatever on the right, on the left side of all south side, hospitals, everything, dude. So things just happen here all the time.
Gentlemen in the mix.
So, I mean, look what it's gonna do. It's gonna backtest 167, 175. That's it. Yeah, demand line broken again. Testing the 200 moving average for the first time since July 30th. Yeah, it sucks, dude. It just couldn't do it. Couldn't do it, man. Could not do it. Yet, anyway. So what's the moral of the story? Don't be all in on any asset at any given time. Because even if it looks really good, the opportunity cost, right? It could take you forever for it to break out, and it may fail. Even after all that time of waiting, it still may fail. It's not over yet. But yeah, there's certainly been many assets in the past 3 weeks to a month that have outperformed the living F out of Cream. Even though Cream outperformed the living crap out of all of them during the Bitcoin sell-off and the correction that took us to 30K like 3 or 4 times, right? So things change, man. Yep. But still technically fine. You're not really, I mean, you don't want to see it fall below 167 at all. But even if it did, I mean, just make a higher low than the previous discernible swing lows from July 21st, July 28th, and it'll be okay. That is Cream. Just getting it out of the way. House tour when I finally get all my furniture that's taken too long. Thanks, COVID. It ended nice. Should be good, man. Yeah, what the heck, man. Solana's crazy. Look at this. I don't think I got one more data. It's insane. It's hit a 1.44, exceeded the 1.44, pulled back a little bit, bearish engulfing, and there's a little bearish divergence developing now. So it rallied, it sold off, attempted a rally. So, wow, it hit an all-time high today of $80. Could you imagine what this asset could or would do if Bitcoin actually wasn't like selling off since, 5 days ago, 4 days ago, whatever? This thing could eventually see $100. It's going nuts, man. It's not the only one. QNT is pumped 14.5%. How much data on this one? FET is pumped almost 10%. You got some that are up. Dash is up today 8.73%. Look, it's at that high to low. It's the inflection zone, right? You can break that, and that's where the sky's the limit. This thing could go insane, right? $300+, but it's not done that yet. So I'm just looking at look at Atom. Look what Atom's doing, chat. Atom is attempting, right now as I'm speaking to you, it's attempting to breach an inflection point that is so critical. I mean, your upside from here could be to 22.24. I'm just looking at it. The first high ever created right there. Price action correlation March 4th, April 6th, May 14th. Atom's upside right here. If it can sustain and the macro doesn't crap out on us, it could go up another 27+%. You understand how powerful this is on Atom, breaching major levels as I'm speaking to you. This is a big deal. This is something to take note of and respect, understand what's occurring here. It's all about the levels and the price action correlation to those levels. This is a big deal. I believe XRP is doing the same old backtest story that some of these beasts are doing. Hold on, let me pull it up real quick. There it is, chat. Yes, this is a huge deal in XRP. Hidden bullish divergence in the midst of happening. If all things continued the way they are right now, hidden bullish divergence, kingdom. Why? It's at an inflection point. Super powerful combination of variables. When you show seller exhaustion on a powerful backtest, that's what's being implied right here on both oscillators to boot.
Will tip $30.50. FTT/use, please, Mitch. Much love.
What's up, Will?
0.010000000 ETH.
We'll look at it. Thank you for the Ethereum contribution, my man. That's the way to get the most money that you're tipping to me is through crypto, like that. So it's the high that goes back to April 7th. It's a zone, right? It's an inflection zone between it's that May 26th high and the June high, or the May 31st high. It's different kind of give or take a few days for each asset. But look, that is where if this holds, 150 to 165 is your target. No problem, man. No problem. What are you talking about, man? It doesn't matter which swing low you use. I mean, probably this one, because that's like actually more discernible than the others. So you go from that low to the much, much higher low, much higher levels negative momentum. All right, on RSI, you probably, same one. If you did do the same one, it'd be like a form, barely, but it's real, look. That is hidden bullish divergence on both oscillators on your favorite centralized S-Coin. Don't call it an S-Coin, man. Alex Cobb, rejoice. Nice. It will require Bitcoin pivoting and rallying and possibly going to test 48K again for this to truly play out the way you want it to. If you're an XRP fan, you really, if you're an XRP fan, you gotta be a Bitcoin fan. Have you figured it out yet?
Hey Mitch, /US on KuCoin.
It's not centralized, dude. And before the whole argument again, it's not centralized. Yes, it is. No, it's not. Half the chat says it is. I don't even think XRP developers know. Good God. Yes, thank you, Herbalicious for the 20. We will look at that. Okay, we got to look at this other one next, though. got similar stuff going on. All right, this is FTT, FTX token. It's an exchange, right? Crypto exchange. It is testing. It's doing kind of what XRP is doing a little bit, right? Where what was once a resistance, March 15th, became support, April 23rd. But then it became resistance, May 20th. But now, somehow, it's acting as support. So if the macro pivots and Bitcoin begins to rally, then FTT will attempt to rally. They could take it all the way back up to $54. If it's serious business, man, you could be going up to like $59. We'll see, right here. There's a high right there, and that's what you tested. The high from April 22nd became resistance again April 14th before the pullback. Dude, it's a head and shoulders, man. Okay, well, the head and shoulders is so far playing out terribly for bears. All that's happening is hitting an inflection point and bouncing really nice off it. You cannot make the argument for hidden bullish divergence on this one. Look, you can see it's like the lower low than previous lows. It's bearish convergence, but it doesn't matter. Like if Bitcoin rallies here and total pivots and rallies and begins its ascent to 2.21 trillion, right? Then FTT is going to test 53, and then 59 after that if it breaks. So this is your FTT will G. That's the correlation to inflection points, to critical levels. It's doing it again, and it will require the macro recover to see higher prices. All right, next one. Something I don't know if I've ever heard of it in my life. No, I haven't. I've never heard of this in my life. Just when you thought you'd charted all the S coins, there's another. That's fine. Treat it like Pokemon. You got to chart them all. Wow, look at that rounding action, or just the momentum shifting price action you received between June 26th and August 11th. That was really, really pretty. One could have been like, that's never head and shoulders. It's just beautiful, right? Can't say rounding bottom's a little too jagged. Dang, it was pretty nice, man. So it got above 4.8 1/100ths of a penny. Gonna get the daily maybe on this. So many swing highs, swing lows. Yeah, that's real. You got a candle high close up here. Another candle high. Dang, there's a lot of levels, man. A lot of different levels where a reversal can occur. So it's done. It ran up to a June high and pulled back, not by much. If it ever breaks it, your target above 8.5 1/100ths of a penny would be 1/10 of a penny, then 1.1/10 of 1 penny. If you ever broke that, 1.5 tenths of 1 penny. That's kind of it. You got to go by the swing highs, the major swing highs. Right, because reversal happened April 26th, then a reversal again. This is your softer resistance. So above 8.5 1/100ths of a penny, 1.2 tenths of 1 penny could maybe be your bigger target, and then your biggest target's 1.5 tenths of 1 penny. Okay. Can't say it's at a strategic area to go long, literally right now as I'm speaking to you, because it's marked up, but anything above that 4.8 1/100ths of a penny would look pretty good to me, man. It's all about the levels. Okay. What else talking about? Drama in the chat, man. Total trying to recover a little bit. 1.91 trillion. Remember that time we were over 2 trillion for a few seconds, man? I remember. Hey, we got 38 minutes till your daily candle close. I don't know if I'll be able to make it to the end of the close today, but it's been a good stream so far. Hour 20 minutes live. If you're enjoying the live stream at all, hit that like button, that bell, that sub. We got a mixed bag. The Bitcoin being down. Chat, I need you to see something pretty interesting. Maybe. Could be. Might be a joke too. Might be a huge joke too. Yeah, dude, look at this. This coin, alright? I don't particularly give a crap about it. I didn't even know it really existed until recently. But this coin called ICP, it had been terrible. What a loser forever. And then it, like, you know, started making higher lows and then rallied, made a higher high in the previous high and a higher low. And now it's at this major level, this high from June 29th, this low from June 11th. And it's really trying to hold there. All right, I don't know if you call it an actual bull flag. It's kind of whack. And the pole is kind of weird. But that's some serious downsloping consolidation after a markup that if the macro recovered, you could see ICP pivot and hold here and run back up to $68. But if it ever broke $68 for real, you understand this asset could go up to $104 real fast. I know it's been a loser forever, but things change. It's now made higher highs, higher lows, at least recently. And, you know, below $57, forget it, dude. Ugh, ejector seat. But above $57.50, very interesting. One to watch, to pay attention to. Let's just see what happens with it, okay? Bullish Gartley on the 60-minute on Bitcoin. I mean, yeah, it's a bullish Gartley-Bartley. It hit like a, you know, an 88% retrace on D, so it's not perfect or anything, but yeah, it's there. It's just not contextually in the best places for a harmonic, but they can play out. What's up, egg dude? Or I said, what's egg dude? What's egg? 60-minute bullish divergence. Oh yeah. Yeah, you're working on some bullish divergence on Bitcoin on the 60-minute. Possibly a mini shorting of the thrust too. So someone's like, ugh, hey, it's a good time to be here, right? I guess. Or the low, the X, the A, the B. We identified this for the memes. Yeah, 786. Yeah, that's a Gartley, man. That's a Gartley reaction low. Maybe reversal low. I mean, you're on. This is real. I mean, it may fail, chat. It really may fail, but you cannot argue with the percentage points. I mean, maybe C a little bit, a little too deep on C, but kind of perfect on B, and kind of literally perfect on D. The bottom, the reaction low, potentially the reversal of the type 1, the type 2. Amen. 60 minutes divergence. We would call it Class A because of the candle low close on the second low was lower than the first low. So it's in development. It's not for sure, but it kind of, I mean, it looks like, look, you can't argue for now. Until that negative momentum begins to build again and we start dumping to lower prices, you can't argue with it. You have to say, yeah, it is happening right now, but it's always subject to change, especially with the 60-minute being not that significant of a time scale at all. It's not good at all for pattern recognition, right? Recognizing a pattern on 60-minute could end up failing. But I was able to see, I saw this on the 4-hour, not the 60-minute. So you do. Here is the hopium you were looking for. You had to dig in 1 hour, 22 minutes to see it. This is a true textbook bullish Gartley with some 60-minute bullish divergence on both oscillators. And there's this swing low back in February 22nd that it's trying to get back above. Don't know how big of a deal it is, but wow, it's pretty. It's pretty, man. Atom, yeah, we saw it, Jason. We already looked at Atom. It was breaking out and could go up 30% more from where it is now if it holds. If the 60-minute plays out, would it help the 4-hour though, Grubman? Yeah, 4-hour, not really anything. What's up, Reek? Talking about this Game of Thrones?
Reeks tipped $25.02. Storage backtesting that 1.2 level. Keep streaming. Nose. of brain, 0.008
Keep streaming.
20000 EDH.
Don't tell me what to do! Just kidding. Thank you, man. For the $25, 2 pennies worth of Ethereum. I love it, man. DCAN. For years in that account. This is serious, man. I mean, like... Okay, we got a reaction at the PCZ. It ran up, and then it 46K, and then couldn't do anything. Then it pulled back again. It's like, wait a second. Now on the second low, sellers are implying that they are exhausted here. I can't sell anymore, man. This is what this is saying. This is what the chart's telling us. So if the TA is respected on the 60-minute, if it is, and it may not because it's not a significant time scale, this is implied. Do you understand that, chat? That's it, 60-minute.
Noise!
Mitch would appreciate your TA on multivot SimTV
MTV.
/UST, please. It's a 25M small cap blockchain similar to Zilliqa and Elren on KuCoin showing big volume today. Thanks.
Oh, dude, sign me up. Just kidding. Thanks, man. We will look, JV, for sure. Junior Vosity. He has all the makings of a Junior Vosity athlete. Is someone just gonna tip as V? So he's Vosity athlete? Thank you, dude. Okay, chat. This is it. This is the hopium you've been waiting for, wanting, yearning for, coveting for eons. Here, it's so good. I'm just gonna ping you, alright, if you're a patron. So you're saying there's a chance. That's about how strong it is, right? That's how the 60-minute is. It's Larry from Dumb and Dumber being like, so you're telling me there's a chance. That's it, dude, okay? Or what is it? Lloyd? Is it Lloyd? I think it's Lloyd. Harry's the other guy. Anyway, let's go, dude. Let's go, Lloyd. Let's get Scott Carney in here, dude. Pump it, Scott. All right, storage. Oh, beautiful, dude. Let me hide some of this. Let me make it visible in the 60-minute. It just gets too cluttered, you know, sometimes. Definitely on the daily. I don't even think we should have this in the 4-hour. I mean, it's there, it's real, but again, dude, it looks super clean on the 60-minute. Visibility, man, it's annoying. I wish there was a way that I could sync up TradingView to my brain to where it knows exactly what time scale I want each indicator. Can we call, that would be like the first Neuralink patch or app implementation, right? Neuralink with TradingView. God. Okay, what was it? Storage? Yep, storage. Oh, it's a back test. Oh, it's a failed breakout. This is what we call failed breakout, chat. You understand? It's undeniable. This zone of inflection. You're below it, but it's not over yet. It's not over yet at all, right? Why? Possibly 4-hour hidden bullish divergence, like many other assets in this space. It will require Bitcoin pivots. It will literally require that 60-minute bullish Gartley plays out on Bitcoin. If you want to see storage get back above 130, 129 or whatever, the inflection point where there's stupid upside above that, you gotta pray. You gotta be a huge Bitcoin fan if you're a storage fan or you're long on storage. Okay, no, I mean, the technical damage has happened. You're below it, but it's not about the breakdown itself initially. It's about the fall through price action the asset receives after the breakdown. We're at that point now. We broke down, so now what? What will happen in the next day or two? Will it stay below this level? Will it back test 124 to 129 as resistance before failing? Or will it breach back through because the macro went bullish again because of the 60-minute, right? What is this? What do I have going on here? Oh, this should be only visible on the 4 hour. Yep, so impending price action continuation applied on this time scale on both oscillators for sure. So it's in the same basket as VeChain and Cardano and the other ones we were looking at, okay? Oh yeah, my IT guy's coming over, chat. He's gonna be working on, we're getting the green screen hard drive like fixed up and ready to go for me so I can easily implement it, and then I gotta get the green screen and then get something installed in here to make the green screen easily doable. So we're working on it. So like methodically working on getting the spaceship streams and other streams back, okay? Grubman, I don't know, dude. I don't know. I kind of want to get more stuff, but I don't know, dude. Okay, storage, get above 128 and we'll all be well. Hidden bullish average plays out, you will get back above it and you'll be okay. You're making higher lows. Everything's kind of okay on storage for now. It's just, this happens. These are called premature breakouts. If they're gonna break out premature. Wilkowski talks about premature breakouts. All right, next one was that. Wow, MTV chat. Before I've done something on this, no way I've done anything on this. Oh my God, I've been here before. It was way back though. It was way back in March. Holy crap, that thing went nuts. Look at it. Wait, pre-penthouse trend line. Sorry. It's already got the levels here. Well, let's take it. It's testing this high from April 5th, a high from June 20th, and here you are breaking it right now. Guess what, Chad? In the end on this asset, from a low to a higher low, hidden bullish divergence was there. So the TA is being respected on the 4 hour. You see it. Continuation's happening. I don't know, I think we want to plot that high too. That 7.9 tenths of 1 penny. Above that, probably looking at 9.9 tenths of 1 penny. Let's put the daily. Oh, that's what's going on over there. Yeah, dude, where you are, I mean, I think the target is 9.9 tenths of 1 penny. Look at that, back in August of 2019. This thing's been around forever. Yeah, we were here with a composite. This is the composite operator down here acquiring his position, and he ran this thing up to insane levels, 1.8 cents, and corrected. What it do? Lost 78+% of its value, held on, and now it's running again. And it's just at one last level that's not really that important. It was created initially for the first time ever while it was a low April 2019, then May of 2019, and now, well, you had a low April 2021. June 2020, and now you're trying to break it, and anything above 7.9 tenths of 1 penny, that is the target. 1 penny almost. There you go, MTV, multi-back. Yeah, whatever. Dang, dude, I've been live an hour and a half now. Are you serious? What happens to time, chat? Bitcoin on the daily again. Remember, it is just today tested the 200 moving average as resistance and no higher. It's right at that candle low close back in February 28th. That's about it. It's really not bad. I mean, it's like nothing's bad on Bitcoin until it falls truly for real below like 40,665. I mean, all we can do is look at the 60-minute, and you can see how beautiful this looks right here. I mean, it looks so good right here. Like, if you just take out all the context and you just see the chart, like, dang, man, if that was the daily or the 4-hour, actionable for a long, it's the 60 minutes, so it's just not going to be near as reliable, and this could easily just fail. We've already looked at Hex, dude. Like, second asset of, I looked at it before Ethereum, dude. Oh, we got 475 likes. Oh.
The bullish divergence is better on the 2-hour.
Oh. Well then, all in, dude. Just kidding. No, it barely exists. If it does at all on the 2-hour, it doesn't look really good at all. 2 hours trying to bullish engulfing though. Whatever, man. 69. That's what you're looking at, okay? Sorry, dude, I'm communicating with the my IT guy, but he's my friend. Okay, I don't know how it's gonna play out, man, but God, it is really pretty, man. Really, really pretty. Nah, I don't think it's enough. There's not near enough development on an egg if you're trying to do that. Nah. So are we good, man? We good? Y'all need me for anything else? We got like less than 20 minutes now till your daily candle close. Yeah, everything's trying to recover a little bit with Bitcoin. Dang, you want to see something? One of the assets I own, the YFI trend line, dude. Pretty interesting where it is. Look at this. It's like that trend line. It's just back testing it, and man, it can't break this level. That's the importance. And like that's follow through price action that you need. It broke out, but the follow through price action was it couldn't sustain prices up there and dump right back below it. So back to the drawing board, waiting. It's got to truly break 39,650 before it really marks up to much higher prices. Alright, man, it's a demand line. No hidden bullish divergence though, but a little like, hey, Bitcoin's got a 60-minute pattern, so does YFI. Got yourself a shark cipher right there. It's a cipher. Right, I mean, that's real. Right, I bet if it's 60 minutes, it looks unbelievable. Yeah, it's pretty good looking harmonic on YFI. If we're going to talk about Bitcoin, got to talk about YFI. It's doing literally the same thing, just it made a higher high. I guess it depends on the anchoring, right? If I anchored here, it would be too shallow. It would be it'd be like a bat pattern. No, but kind of like the way I had it because it was visible on the 4 hour. See, that 60 minute, it's visible here, but 4 hour was really made sense. Like that. That's pretty nice, man. Cipher action right there. So see what happens. It may fail because it's such an insignificant time scale. Okay. So I'll just leave this up, man. It's a 60-minute chart, so we're talking. We should have resolution of this very soon. I mean, talking the next day. So if the TA is respected in the next day, and like this is gonna play out, I mean, we could be seeing like 47K plus the resumption of what's happening right now. It's higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows. Too much demand. Sellers are exhausted on the 60-minute.
Told y'all Adam.
Yeah, we looked at it. We looked at its breakout. It was pretty nice. Thanks for the 5. Yep. Is ban still valid? If this plays out, yeah, ban's still valid. Yep. Just like storage would still be valid if this played out. But again, it's 60 minutes, so I don't know. All right. So 16 minutes to go to your daily candle close. I'm gonna get out of here. Thank y'all for watching. It's just one of those days, man. It's not a pump stream, right? So it's just gonna be like that. It's been a sell-off the past couple days. It hasn't been that great. Thanks for the likes, love, support, contributions, everything in between. Pray for the 60-minute TA to be respected, and we're going to the promised land. If not, man, could go to 43K. So I'll be back. Thanks for Raven Club. Until next time, respect the TA.
Don't let that dance stop. I know you got a problem. Everybody's got them, and nothing ever goes your way. Just feel an anthem come under your tongue. You'll have everybody jumping when they don't even know your name. You've been loved, but there's more of me you should see. Don't you know I can turn you up if you need? Don't let that dance stop. I know you got a problem. Everybody's got them, but nothing ever goes your way. Just feel an anthem come under your tongue. You'll have everybody jumping when they don't even know your name. And all I need is emotions for you. Where will I be? Here devoted to you. And all I see is you keep bringing me down, 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 down. Don't let that dance stop. I know you got a problem. Everybody's got them, and nothing ever goes your way. Just feel an anthem come under your tongue. You'll have everybody jumping when they don't even know your name. And all I need is emotions for you. Where will I be? Here devoted to you. When all I see is you keep bringing me down, 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 down. Would you run around with me, looking for another way outside? Run around
my name is JP. I am a robot. I like robots. I have a robot vagina.
Bow to your sensei. Bow to your sensei!
Adios, turd nuggets.